What's up, sports fans, and welcome to the Sports Shack, hosted by Jay Kerr and myself, Buddy Burnz. Right now, we're gonna get into something we like to call NFL talk, and we're gonna start it off with the New England Patriots against the Buffalo Bills, and what a fucking crazy comeback that was on the Bills' part.
Buffalo is playing the most entertaining football I've ever seen in my entire life.
Buddy, man, they fucking Freddie Jackson tore it up.
Wow, Fred Jackson, I don't know where the fuck this guy came from, but, he's playing like somebody who, he's playing like Adrian Peterson. He's like one of the best running backs in the league right now.
Dude, I was watching that game with disbelief, folding right in front of my eyes, and I'm just going, no, don't worry, it's just one touchdown. No, don't worry, it's just 2 touchdowns. Just Cuz was, that was one of his picks on the...
Lots of people were on Buffalo. That line moved a lot. So I think the books took a bit of a smack on that.
What did you get it at, Just?
7.
7.
Well, it opened at 9, remember? It opened at 9 and it got bet down to 7 at the game. And I bet you there are people taking the money line, plus 250, plus 300. So I'd be surprised if the books didn't take an ass raping on that game.
Yeah, man, the fucking Buffalo Bills are the real deal, man.
Wow.
Well, so far...
You know what? They started 4-0 one year, and then, they lost the next fucking, 6 games.
Every game that they've won so far, the naysayers have been saying, yeah, don't worry. We'll see the next one. We'll see the next one.
They're not winning, dominating. They're just pulling games out, which is probably even better thing. Because you know what? When this team starts really playing
we're talking about like two half-decent comebacks, bro.
Yeah, massive comebacks. Comebacks that should never have happened, right?
So, hey, man, they're digging in the trenches and they're fucking pulling out wins.
There's a lot that went on in that game, in that Buffalo-New England. A lot went on.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I think the one thing bettors can take from that, you guys are betting NFL out there, the one thing that you guys should be taking, or should be watching for, is that somebody actually figured out how to stop fucking Tom Brady. The fact is Tom Brady's 6'5". His tallest wide receiver is Ocho Cinco. He's 6'1". What the Buffalo Bills started doing in the second half is they started fucking jumping at the passes. So their defensive linemen started jumping. The linebackers started jumping. All of a sudden you see all these tipped balls. All these balls were getting tipped.
4 interceptions?
It could have been more. There was even more tips that just fucking landed in front of them.
That's where everything... went downhill.
So I think everyone kind of knows, the Patriots like running those underneath plays. Get those Wes Welker on linebackers. Well, guess what? He played, yeah, whatever. We'll talk about him after.
Okay.
Whatever, but you know what? People see, okay, they're gonna run these shit underneath. Gonna keep going underneath. They don't want to go over top. They want to keep running underneath. Okay, well, guess what? We're gonna get our linemen not to pressure him, not to pressure Brady, but to get in those passing lanes, clog up the middle. Make them, do swing passes, screen passes. You can't stop that. But if these guys want to do quick slants, fuck them. Get those defensive linemen, get their hands up, knock down those balls, tip them, whatever. See what happens.
Yeah, I didn't see fucking my boy Woodhead too much in the game either.
No, well, you know what? There was a few guys, really didn't see Ocho Cinco. The only time you saw him, the fucking ball went right through his hands.
Right through his hands, like he baked a fucking cake just before he caught that fucking ball.
Yeah, but you know what? It happened so fast. It was 21-14? Or it was like 24-17. It was 24-17, and New England was marching.
Yeah.
And that tipped ball, at the 20-yard line, intercepted. Buffalo marched down the field, scored a touchdown. Next possession for Brady, another tipped ball. This one was picked up, returned for a touchdown. All of a sudden it's 31-24.
Well, you're just replaying the whole game.
The place is going insane.
Back in my head.
Right? The place is just going like bonkers. The entire stadium, they don't even believe it. It actually fucking happened.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I'm still in disbelief.
So, and then at the end of the game, I don't know what happened to Bill Belichick's timeout. Where the fuck that thing just disappeared. So.
Well, what about the Giants beating the Eagles?
Well, this is the one thing that we knew was going to happen is Vic can get injured, right? And that's what happens. But the second thing is we kind of knew is how good is Philadelphia's offensive line? And we're starting to see...
Not that great.
Just, you know what? You got Macklin on one side and you got Jackson on the other. You know what? These guys are deep threats. They're fucking pussies. They don't want to catch the ball underneath. That basically means Vic doesn't have time. He doesn't have those quick outs, those quick slants. Andy Reid's going to have to put something in the game plan to get to these guys, get it to the tight ends or something. Because basically they're blitzing every time. They're running guys up the field. And Vic's getting fucking smacked around.
He, well, they said he broke his hand, but now apparently it's just
Who cares?
swollen.
It's fractured, whatever.
No, it's not fractured at all. It's not fractured at all.
What do you mean? They said that he didn't break it. He could have fractured it. Different, right?
Well, they said it was...
A break is when the whole thing's broken. A fracture is just, it's got like a chip in it.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, because they said first a broken hand. Now it could be fractured. You're right. You're right. So, what other game would you like to talk about in...
Well...
the beating our Vikings guy?
I think that's probably the one that we should be talking about. I mean, I don't know how long this team is going to stay together. I don't know how long the coach is going to have a job.
Yeah, no shit.
Because he's giving up big leads. Big fucking leads.
Well, for the second time, they're...
Well, this was a 20. They were 20-0. The first time was 17-0. This one was 20-0.
I don't know, man. And fuck.
You have a horse back there. What is their game? Fuck. They're just playing stupid, you know what I mean? And you got to hand it to Detroit. Hell of a team.
Stanford fucking is...
Not just that.
He didn't do like they're not doing much like crazy, but they're doing enough to fucking win games. They're
well,
what, 2-1 already this year?
No, they're undefeated.
They're undefeated. That's right.
They are doing a lot of good things, and it all has to do basically with their offense. But their defense is going to get better. I mean, they already have probably one of the best defensive linemen in the Ndamukong Suh, and I'm pretty sure I haven't seen him yet. I don't know, maybe he's, not playing, or maybe he's still injured, is Nick Farley, the first overall or second overall pick from Alabama. That guy's...
You know your college...
Well, Alabama is the third-ranked team in the nation, right? And Alabama's fucking stacked again this year. But I'm telling you, Detroit has probably, they probably have the best 1-2 punch. I still think Miami has the deepest defensive line in the league. It's their secondary is fucking garbage. And that's probably another game. Cleveland beating Miami and basically coming back. I mean, Colt McCoy is showing that these young quarterbacks are coming into the league and they're pretty good. You know what I mean?
We should do a show. All these young...
yeah.
Well, we'll see halfway through the season if they're really, impressive and we can really talk about them in depth.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about young quarterbacks. What about Matt Ryan? What about what's going on with Atlanta? I mean, here's a team that people thought might win the NFC.
Yeah, bro, they're falling apart.
People now realize that their defense can't do anything to anybody. And
their offense is struggling.
Their offense is struggling, but it's hard.
And that's surprising. I thought they were going to have a great season this year. I thought this was going to be Matt Ryan's come out year. You know what I mean? Put a stamp on the.
This is the beautiful thing about football is that you get teams that are hot, and I think his team was definitely playing way above them. The fact is that their defense was not even middle of the pack. It was at the end of the pack. It was one of the worst defenses in the league. And we saw that when Green Bay basically fucking did whatever they wanted in that playoff game.
Yeah, these teams now are certain teams are getting exposed for their faults and getting smashed by teams that, that normally shouldn't beat you. Yeah. A lot of upsets this year, Jay. A lot of upsets in this, if you're in the betting, even in the games straight out.
Well, look, I'm in the survivor pool and I'm still around,
Because you're fucking Jay Kerr.
But you know what? I'm just not dumb. I'm not picking New England to beat Buffalo, which a bunch of people did take in the pool,
Yeah.
And in the first week, people were taking Cleveland.
I would be in that, I would be out, because I would have taken that. All right, we're going to end it here with that. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
And check out our website, www.thesportsshack.ca.
We say it, we play it. Later.